Mahindra have taken the wraps of their electric origin SUVs. This is the BE6E. Now, Mahindra pronouncing it as B sexy, sort of like what Indigo Airlines uses, but that's too cheesy. So we're not going to use that. BE6E. BE once upon a time stood for Born Electric, but Mahindra aren't using that anymore. They're calling it Electric Origin, but that's all naming and terminology. We're not going to dive into that. What we have to talk about is the styling. Now, Mahindra have teased the styling before, but in the metal, this looks really cool. Pratap Bose, Mahindra's design head, he talked about the surfacing, that nothing like this has ever been seen before. And in India, I can tell you for a fact, nothing like this has ever been done. Look at the detailing. For instance, this duct is sort of like Ferrari's S duct, and this is functional. So my lanyard, it actually is functional. It's not just a design element. It looks really cool. The C-shaped LED DRLs, again a Mahindra trademark, but it's segmented maybe to give it a more futuristic vibe. And the overall styling, the surfacing, this looks really incredible. This is the SUV coupe, and we talk about that over in the profile. Flush door handles, we've seen this on the XUV 700. The rear door handles are in the C-pillar. The SUV coupe roofline is very rakish, very stylish, and the stance also is really cool. The ground clearance, that's 207 mm. The battery ground clearance is 222 mm, 218 mm on the 6E, because this is the slightly smaller one. 20-inch wheels, 18-inch on the pack one, the prices of which have been announced. But overall, this looks really cool. And now let's look at the rear and then jump into the front. The BE has a slightly smaller boot, 455 liters, and the front is 55 liters. There's also more aero detailing out here. So you have this rear spoiler with these flaps over there. Everything looks really cool. And all of this is lit up. Everything is really cool. They've really thrown everything at these electric SUVs. This is on a brand new architecture, the Inglo architecture as they're calling it. It's a skateboard architecture. That's why there's no central transmission tunnel. You get two battery packs, 59 kilowatt hour and 79 kilowatt hour. With the larger battery packs, you get 282 bhp and 0 to 100 in 6.7 seconds. And the motor is mounted on the rear axle. This is rear wheel drive. Okay, back seat of the BE6E. Now it's got a 2775 mm wheelbase, so that's a longish wheelbase. And as you can see, I got some 3 inches of free knee room. There's a tallish cameraman sitting in front, so he's comfortable. There's enough space for me. The seat back angle is okay. The headroom is adequate. I wouldn't say it's a lot, but it's actually adequate considering this SUV coupe roofline. And I must point out the tablets that you can plug into the seats out here. So as standard, it doesn't come with anything. You can plug in your tablet, and this connects with the main infotainment system. And there's also something called a theater mode where all these tablets play the same thing, so you can actually watch some movies or something. It's got this banging Harman Kardon system. What I really like are these fabric door pulls. It's sort of like a Porsche GT3 RS, and also the quality of the seat fabric is very nice. So now this is the key, and as you can see, there is no place to put a key chain. So if you like keychains, you can't put it on this key. And this design, kind of this sharp edge over here, that might poke you if you put it in your pocket. We'll have to try this out tomorrow. Now there's a nice convenient slot where the key goes, so that fits in over there, doesn't throw around the place. It's got what looks like 2 wireless chargers. This is the BE, which is the most sporty of the two. It doesn't get the 3-screen layout, it gets 2 screens, which actually is enough if you ask me. But this design of the dash, it sort of got this enveloping feel, kind of like the Ferrari F80, where they tried to give it that single cockpit vibe. You get that single cockpit vibe in a BE6E. Obviously, a lot of the functionality is on the screens, but there are a couple of buttons. So you have this joystick controller. You can go to your home out here. So little bits of stuff you can do over here. Like BMWs, you have your temperature control that is hard-coded over here. It is touch, but that's like a permanent position for it. It doesn't disappear, so you don't have to go into the menus to actually change the temperature. The seats are electric, and like in the XUV 700, it has that comfort mode where you open the door and it slides back. a huge glass roof, which I'm sure is panoramic, and it's got this lighting elements in it, which again looks really cool. This is a really cool cabin. Okay, the steering wheel, flat bottom, also flat at the top. So it's got this sort of squircle shape. If it was a little smaller, this would be a proper race car steering wheel. Very cool design. BE illuminated on this gloss black panel, which will be a fingerprint magnet. Your volume controls, the different modes, you can go through the different menus, your ADAS system settings, also for the adaptive cruise control. Now this plus minus, that's for the region, to adjust the region. Feels a bit flimsy, these buttons. This is your one pedal driving mode, and this is for the different drive modes. So a lot of functionality on the steering wheel. Really nice to hold. Design of the gear lever. Now Pratap Bose called it the thruster. It looks really cool, and he says that this was inspired by fighter jets. Also this console at the top with a couple of buttons here. So your boot opening button, your door lock, unlock, your automatic parking button also, and the selfie camera. That's all out here on this console, which again he says that it was inspired by fighter jets. The selfie camera is out there. Very cool. Honestly, very cool. Materials, okay. It's nothing outstanding in terms of the material quality, but I like the seat fabric that they've used on the sides. Ventilated seats, obviously. So much of space under the center console. Man, honestly, this is really cool. You can nitpick about the quality of these buttons not being so great. Feels a little flimsy, but honestly, man, at this price, what you get is top notch. You also got head-up display. It's got this huge bin out there for it. And what they showed at the presentation, augmented reality. Man, that's going to come in premium luxury cars in the future. It's not yet there. That's going to be there on this car. What more do you want? Honestly, what more do you want? Let us know in the comments. So that's a quick look on the Mahindra BE 60. What do you think about it? Let us know in the comments.